Welcome back to the Yappin podcast. I'm trying to scream into the mic. This is episode number 13. Appreciate all the love. Make sure you guys hit that sub button, hit that like button. This is episode 13. We appreciate all the love. Let's just get right into it. Big day for football. Big day for our teams.
Yeah.
They played each other. We might have gone into a fist fight at halftime. It happened, you know. It happened.
I was pulling his hair.
We move on. We're still dating. We didn't end the relationship over it.
Well, we might after.
My team obviously won. The better team won, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Was a good game. What'd you think?
I thought it was good. It went the way I expected. It was kind of funny.
Wait, you expected us to win?
Yeah, because I told my mom that I told her the game is gonna go one of two ways, and this is how they're gonna win. I told her it's either gonna be they're gonna have the ball, we're winning, they're gonna have the ball, and the time is just gonna run out, and there's gonna be a flag at the end, like a defensive penalty on us, and then and that seals the game. You know what I mean? That seals the victory.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna have the ball, we're winning, and they make a crazy drive to get a field goal for the win. And look what happened.
So maybe you're the reason that happened, though. You put that out into the universe. You told your mom. You manifested this outcome.
I don't think I manifested it. I just think it felt like it's kind of like what's been going on, you know? So it's just kind of like...
So you were just predicting the normal behavior of how these games have been going.
Yeah, so I was like, that's just kind of how, like, it's been on brand. So it's like, I mean...
What's your biggest
You thought it was going to be a blowout. 34, what? You said 7?
I did not think it was going to be Madden.
A blowout. You said, yeah, so I simulated, and Madden has us blowing you guys out.
I mean, typically, Madden is like 100% accurate.
Yeah.
Like, usually that's how I do all my bets.
Way off this time.
Madden let me down. And at least we won, though. They did say that we were going to win, though, right?
Yeah. To be
so
fair,
they were right in that sense.
You guys haven't had a blowout win, so I don't think the blowout win would be against us. I think it would have to be against somebody else.
I'll tell you my biggest takeaway, and then you tell me yours.
Okay, you go ahead. And
my biggest takeaway is that we need a left tackle. We picked up Humphreys off the street, and that wasn't the answer. That wasn't the answer.
Which
he got hurt
right
down the street.
I know a lot of streets.
You guys, it wasn't even that. That wasn't even just a left tackle that was really annoying me. It was the fact that we couldn't protect, and I think a little bit of this is that you guys just have a good D line. Like an underrated D line, I think. But if we can't protect Mahomes, we're not winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We have to protect him. It didn't happen. Our left tackle and our right tackle have been struggling all year.
Who's your right tackle?
In the playoffs, that's going to come back to bite you in the ass. It's Juan Taylor, who is a false start king.
Is he a rookie?
No, he's not a rookie. He's actually a veteran, and
God.
he's the dude that he led the league and he's leading the leagues in penalties, like of all players in the last like 2 years, because he goes too early, and then he doesn't. You know who I'm talking about. He never scoots up enough.
Oh yeah, they always
he always stands like fucking 5 feet back.
And then when they call him,
they call him because he has to be on the line. You have to be on the center's belt line. Your head has to be on the center's belt line. Butt line.
The
butt crack. It has to be past the butt crack. And our center has a big butt crack. So it's very difficult for that to happen.
Yeah.
But my biggest takeaway is our offensive line has to step up.
Yeah.
But the game went kind of how I expected. Low scoring, 2 good defenses, close game, because that's how we do that's how we play now.
Yeah.
But we got the dub, and we move on. We won the division. But personally, I think that you guys can still make the playoffs. I don't know who you guys got coming up. I know it's pretty easy, correct?
So we got Buccaneers next, and then after that, it gets I guess, I don't know. I wouldn't want to say easy, because then we have the Broncos. I know we have Buccaneers, Broncos, Raiders, Patriots. So it's like a little mix. Like
Buccaneers
medium
is
teams.
a tough game.
I would say like medium teams. Like I would say the Buccaneers are tough. Because of Vita Vea, I think he's a beast, and they're just a good team. And then as for the Broncos, well, they're in the same division. They're gonna really want to win, you know. Yeah, Buccaneers, Broncos, Patriots, Raiders. Yeah, so
the Broncos. You and the Broncos are neck and neck in the division. So it's gonna be. And you guys.
That'll be
You
interesting.
guys play them. Looks like
After
before
the
Christmas,
Buccaneers.
Thursday night football.
Yeah,
That could be a big game.
It's a big game because they're both ex-Oregon quarterbacks.
The Duckies are fighting again.
Yeah, the Quackers.
So,
but my biggest takeaway, I would say, is I guess my biggest worry coming into this game, and I had expressed this the last podcast, was the offense. How was that going to look like without Ladd McConkey? Were our receivers going to be able to produce? Who was going to be on the front lines? And honestly, I was surprised that, they did this well.
Yeah.
Except for the first half. The first half was pretty anemic. Like, it was terrible in the first half. Like, it just seemed like we couldn't figure anything out. And then in the second half, we scored 2 touchdowns and a field goal. So it's like, it felt a little more like, okay, like, let's go. We got like kind of a good rhythm here. Like, it felt more like, I don't know, they just snapped into it and they were like catching everything, it felt like. And I really like
Herbert was getting really good protection too. He was getting a lot of time and he wasn't getting pressured that much. But then the receivers I think it's just hard for them to get separation. You don't have, and then I think it's a confidence thing too. They've dropped so many balls this year that like their confidence just isn't there. And then going up against a good defense with McDuffie and them, like they did good though. I mean, especially for Ladd being out, Herbert got a little banged up there, it looked like in the game, too. He ended up coming back.
Well, let me finish talking before you start talking about other stuff. You're over here, like, wanting to move on. Let me finish. I'm not even done yet. So, but that gives me a lot of hope. That gives me a lot of hope because it looks good for our team that these guys are able to get some production in. For me, though, I think my biggest thing that I kind of am upset about is in the first half. I wish Jim Harbaugh would have tried to convert at least one of those like fourth downs to a first down to try to get a field goal or go for a long field goal, because we know Dicker the kicker is capable of it. I think his longest field goal this year is 61 yards, so he's capable of hitting it. It's just I don't know why. Like, I know I think in the fourth quarter we went for a fourth down to try to convert to a first down and we got it. But it was like, why are we doing this now? We should have done this earlier in the game. We could have gotten either some kind of point out of it, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown or something. Mm-hmm. So that kind of annoyed me. But I mean, other than that, I had told you last podcast too, this is a big prove it game. Like, if you want to be a competitor, you're going to have to prove it. And I think it shows that they're good enough to maybe make the playoffs, maybe win in the first round, but they're just not that championship level quite yet. They still got a lot of work to do. So
I think you guys had the biggest jump in defense from last year to this year. Like and I did see someone had a top 5 defense and they didn't even include the Chargers. I feel like you have to include them in the top 5 this year. Like,
yeah, I mean, we're the team
all the comments were like, "Where's the Chargers? Where are the Chargers?"
Yeah, we haven't. I mean,
you got to put the Steelers in there.
It's underrated because a lot of people just look at like the hyped up players, like TJ Watt and all this and like all those things. But if you look at the stats, we're the number 1 defense. We don't
scoring defense. You guys are number 1, and that's a big statistic because that means you guys don't allow the other teams to score points. Mm-hmm. Actually, the lowest in the NFL. Mm-hmm. That's how good of a defense you guys are.
Yeah, and then it's the Steelers right after us.
I think it should be not in no order: Chiefs, Steelers, Chargers, maybe Broncos, and then probably
Eagles.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
No Lions.
Not with those injuries that they've been dealing with.
Really?
You put them in top 5?
I guess. I mean, yeah, because they do a lot of. I mean, are you
the
scoring
Packers,
defense or just defense?
Just in general. The Packers just dropped 30 on them.
Damn. Yeah, but they lost, didn't they?
The Lions won.
That's what I'm saying.
Packers they won. Lost. Yeah, Packers lost.
Yeah.
So we were chilling watching the game. Why are you looking at me like that?
What?
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to walk into this.
Okay.
And you're like looking at me like I just like.
We were chilling watching the game, and what happened?
And you farted.
No.
I'm just kidding. That's not where I was going. It comes down to the field
Spit
goal.
it out.
It comes down to a field goal to win the
Yeah.
game, and like you have to know that like with like 5 minutes or less, if you give us the ball, Mahomes is not gonna let you get the ball back.
No, he's gonna drain.
He's gonna like he's like
Find
a fucking
any other way.
he's like a fucking like a doctor doing surgery. Like, that was a terrible analogy. I wish I could take that back right now.
Doctor doing surgery.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Totally.
Sometimes I like try to think of this long like word. I can't think of it, so I just like throw out some random shit to fill the space.
Right. What
It's,
long
it's a
word?
very veteran level podcaster. You're looking at me like fucking I'm crazy right now, bro.
He is kind of crazy. I'm trying to
Yo,
think of this word.
if you're
Can you
listen-
sound out the word?
Let me just say this.
Okay, go ahead.
Stop being rude and stop farting.
I'm
Anyways,
human.
We get down to the field goal kick.
Uh-huh.
But let me go back. So you give Mahomes the ball with like 3 minutes left. It's basically like you might as
That's
well go
game
back to the
over.
locker room. You might as well
That's
go to the
game
locker room and
over.
just
You'd be lucky if you get that ball back.
imagine
bro.
if like you give
That's
the ball
actually a
back to
miracle.
Mahomes and your guys' offense just goes to the locker room and doesn't even watch. But
they just don't care anymore. They're like,
and I'm
"Fuck
not
this
gonna
shit,
lie,
bro."
if we had Butker, I would have been like, oh, we're winning this. Like he's not missing this. But that was our third string kicker. So in my head, I wasn't telling you this in the moment, but I was like, I was actually really nervous, even though it was a short kick.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy is our third string kicker. He just looks like nervous.
He looks
He
so
looks like a
nervous.
little kid. He's like tiny
Yeah.
as fuck. And I was like, bro, don't tell me like
I stood up, bro.
I was like, don't tell me he's gonna miss
I
this
started
shit,
blowing at the TV. I'm like,
bro. Don't tell me he's gonna miss this shit. And then he kicks it. It's like slow motion. All of a sudden, boing. And at that point, because they could either bounce out or it could bounce in. And what was your thoughts on? Like, you just immediately left like, as soon as it went in.
yeah. I was like, there's no fucking way. It's just so annoying. Like, it's just like, damn.
Wait,
like,
when you heard the noise, did you know it went in, or you had to wait until they zoomed
I had
down to
to-
the refs and they were like, this?
yeah, I like to get the confirmation by the ref because you know me. Sometimes like, he missed, and you're like, no, he made it. What are you
Sometimes
talking?
it's hard to tell
It's
on the
hard
camera.
to tell. So that's why I was like looking at the ref. I was like, no fucking way. Like it was like seriously, like we like. What do we have to do to like get a win? Like it's I don't know. I don't get it. It's insane. And it's just like these I don't know. It's just like crazy ass endings every single Chiefs game like and I'm just like, bro, like why do we have to be a victim to this like crazy ass ending like I don't know.
We do get lucky in a sense of like normally you don't win. Normally you don't go on a 14 win streak by one score games. That normally doesn't happen. And like the block kicked in the Broncos game, we win on. He hit the fucking doinkers in the middle and it went in against you guys. It doinked in.
Uh-huh.
Like in a sense, we are lucky, but isn't that like part
Isaiah
of the?
Likely's foot?
Isn't that part of the
pass
game?
interference with the Bengals. Like yeah, it's just.
Isn't
like,
that part of the game?
it
Luck is part of the
it's
game.
part of the game, but it's also like every single game is like. I think some part of it is like I think so like from a different outside perspective, it's like people look at it and they want to just automatically like associate it with like cheating or like.
Yeah, because
like,
it's called jealousy and hate. Sorry,
like
let you finish your
refs.
point.
Relax.
You're getting me
No
hot.
worries.
You're getting my blood pressure raising.
I know.
I'm ready to throw this chair across the room.
Calm down, buddy. It's okay. You guys won. Chill out.
All right. Oh yeah, we did win. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah. But it's like people want to associate it with like cheating or like the refs. But it's also just like it's just literally like these lucky ass situations like
People are
like
saying
you really can't like put it up to anything else. Like there's nothing more I think in my eyes that the Chargers could have done to like do anything at that point. Like in that moment as for the field goal, you know? Maybe like jump over the line, but
it was a chip shot.
yeah, like it was just like it is what it. You know what I mean? Like
I think a big part of our success this year has probably been Taylor Swift. We have her on our side. I think that's been helping us a lot.
what the fuck?
Yo, you're giving me some crazy looks today. No, for real though, people were saying that we have like the devil on our side or like
I have heard that a lot.
we're red. Our uniform is red.
Yeah.
And like
Satan.
we have some voodoo shit going on.
I mean, I think it's just. I mean, it's crazy though because like when the Patriots were winning like this much, they didn't really associate it with like demonic shit and stuff. But I think it's just the world that we live in now. They want to like associate everything with like Satan and shit. But it's just luck. The Chiefs just know how to win. Patrick Mahomes knows how to win. He's high IQ. He knows what to do, and I mean that's it.
It's a good amount of luck too. I mean, in certain situations.
In certain situations, yeah, it definitely is luck, but it's also like if it was if this the same season was happening to like let's just say the Chargers and the Chiefs flop, right? And like we're having your guys' like winning streak, like would people be saying the same thing? That's just my question. Like, I mean, everybody has their own opinion, but you know, if we were winning like that, like would they be like, oh, y'all got some voodoo shit going on, y'all are cheating?
No, I think it's just like the fact that like
I think it's just that you guys have consistently done it over the past years that people are just like, oh, this is y'all cheating, y'all paying the refs.
It's gonna happen. It did happen to the Patriots when like they deflated
every superstar, like every dynasty happens.
Every dynasty.
Yeah, the Yankees, the everything.
I think we potentially, where'd my thing go? I think we had the game of the year yesterday.
Really?
Not the Chiefs Chargers game.
Oh, the other one. I was like, really?
I think the Rams game was the game of the year.
You think so?
You had a blocked punt for a touchdown. That might have been the first one, right? Might have been the first one of the year.
I think it is.
I don't know if I don't think there's another. I don't think there's been another one. And we had a record broken, like high scoring game.
Allen went crazy.
I think the reason it was so good was that the Rams really need that win. Like when a team like the Rams is playing with like their playoffs are on the line already. They're 6-6. Like pretty much every game is a must win. Mm-hmm. So it's like obviously they're gonna play their fucking hardest, and like the Rams have a really good offense. Like they do. They have a good offense. Bills are a good team too. So I was like, I can see how the game was so good. What did you think though?
I loved it. I thought the game was great. I think Josh Allen is a beast. I think he's so good, and I mean in this game he just showed how like good of a player he is, how good of a quarterback he is, and like how he just runs the ball. He can find any way to get touchdowns. Like it was a great game, but it also shows the Rams like grit and how much they really wanted this win, even though it got like down to the wire.
And I think that like thinking about the MVP race, like Josh Allen, Saquon, you have to like I can't think of any words today. This is bad. This is very bad. Context is key. Josh Allen loses his number one receiver to the Texans and is playing better now with, you could say he has no number one receiver. Amari Cooper is getting older, he's really good still, Khalil. But like I wouldn't call him like he's not a top 15 receiver in the league in my opinion.
Another thing,
but like Saquon is playing with the best offensive line, so it's like Josh Allen is doing things that are harder to do in my opinion.
And he's a quarterback.
And he's breaking records, and like Saquon is doing great, amazing things, but he also has the best offensive line, probably top 2, top 3 in the league.
Right.
So context does matter in terms of MVP, right? You can't just go off numbers and the record.
Right. Yeah. And I think that going off the team record is also a big, like, no, because, like, it's not about the team. It's just about the player themselves. Really? I think so.
Then why isn't Joe Burrow in the conversation?
I don't know. Probably because
do you put him in that conversation?
Probably not, because I think Josh Allen is still better. Josh Allen is still performing better.
I think Joe Burrow has better numbers, like passing numbers.
I think Josh Allen is still better though, just because he can run the ball and he like runs it himself in for touchdowns.
Yeah, Joe Burrow does
he doesn't need to rely on a receiver. Not only that, like he's so good at like running with the ball. Like he'll look downfield, like pump fake, keep running. He stiff arms. Like he's just like a tough guy, like having fun. And like he reminds me of like a kid playing on a farm.
And like exactly.
A farm boy. I don't know. He gives me like farm boy energy. Like,
and he
eats steak.
There's no quarterback that runs like He eats what?
Like he eats steak. Like a lot of
He's a farm
steak.
boy, you
Like
said?
country boy. Like grew up on a farm with like 5 brothers and like
Probably did. He played in Wyoming in college. Isn't that in the middle of nowhere?
I don't know where Wyoming is.
Where's Wyoming?
Like
East Coast?
no,
the middle. It's in the middle, right?
No, it's like the other way. It's like what towards west, west of here.
But it's not west. It's like middle, right?
It's the central
Midwest.
Midwest. I think yeah.
Not gonna lie, like off topic, like I don't know how Iowa is Midwest. I feel like we should be like mid east.
Really?
We're like over to the right.
No, but we're in the mid of the west.
Okay, I just don't know my direction.
Because the west is and then the middle and then the west.
Okay. This is enough.
You
This is
feel
enough
me?
talk.
Anyway.
Back to Josh Allen.
Yeah, I feel like he would just be like a country boy, like who played baseball and football and like I don't know. He grew up with like 5 brothers, and that's why he's so tough because like he was the youngest one, so they would always like pick on him. And then
Isn't it crazy when like your personality doesn't match your playing style?
Yeah.
Like he plays like he just got his like I don't know, like someone just stole his kids.
Stole his kid.
Dude, I'm on this is terrible analogies today. I'm gonna need some help. I need some help. I need you to like pick up the pace. I need you to carry the episode today.
Okay. Maybe
Like come
not
up like
stole
you don't
kids,
but
but
you're not
like,
an analogy person though. You
I don't
never do
know.
analogies.
I don't like analogies because
But I need you to try.
he plays like a black man, like Lamar Jackson.
What? That was the worst analogy that you possibly.
Why? What are you trying to say about black people?
Don't make me expose what you said last episode. That I had to cut out.
What are you trying to, bro? What are you trying to do here, bro?
Josh Allen plays like a black man.
Yeah, he plays like Lamar Jackson, bro. Like
Okay, but that
he's,
actually
like,
brings up a good
tough,
point. I was gonna mention how like
fast.
they play similar, but they're also like their running style is different. Like when Lamar's running, he's not trying to go at you head first like Josh Allen is. Lamar is trying to use his speed and his versatility.
Like his elusiveness to like.
But Josh Allen just goes straight at you and uses his
Yeah.
power.
Like, he don't
Because
give a
Josh
fuck.
Allen weighs 240. Lamar does not weigh 240.
How much is Lamar?
I would assume
Like
190, 200
yeah.
maybe.
Damn.
But Josh Allen, like it's just different, man. It's just different. But I think that Josh Allen can throw it better than Lamar. I'm really hyping up Josh Allen this episode.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Would you put Josh Allen over Lamar?
Okay, so like if I was doing a draft and I could pick either one from
It's
my
so
team,
close.
it's so hard, bro. They're both so fucking good, but they are both completely different. But I'm still taking Josh Allen. I just love that deep throw. That
He has such a strong
I
arm.
think that Lamar does not have. Like he can throw it deep, but I think that Josh Allen has a better deep throw accuracy, in my opinion.
And Josh has proven it a little more in the playoffs as of now in his career.
I wouldn't, but yeah, I mean like, but they're both great though. Like they're both studs.
Damn.
Yeah.
Where are we at though?
Yeah.
What started all this?
Oh, MVP.
It was MVP and just how good like the game of the year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, game of the year. Saquon. I still think Saquon could go up there. You know, there's still like 4 games left in the year, 3-4 games, right? So
It's like a cheat code though. With
you
that
never know.
offensive
Like
line.
shit could still happen. Like what if they have a crazy game and like he jumps over somebody again, like front flips, and then like he does a fucking backflip and then runs and then Superman's into the end zone. Like that'd be crazy. Like
He just
you know.
he invented a new move a
That's
couple weeks ago.
insane.
He invented it. No one's gonna try that though.
hell no.
In 10 years from now, someone will try it, but like
And then they're gonna get an ACL tear.
because you have to.
Bro,
Yeah.
ruin their whole career.
If I tried that shit, my pants would rip down the middle.
Somebody's
Because
pants
you got to
are gonna
be
fall down.
super athletic,
Yeah,
super strong, and super flexible. All 3 of those things,
all 3,
which he is.
and very aware of your surrounding. Because
So-
like he had to time that perfectly. If you go too soon, you get tackled. If you go too late, you're gonna land on top of him. Like you know what I mean. So it's like
So put your money, Josh or Saquon.
I'm saying it right now. I think the NFL values quarterbacks a little more, so I'm gonna go with Josh Allen.
When's the last time a running back like LaDainian Tomlinson maybe?
Oh, I don't know.
Like the last time a running back won?
I don't
Adrian
know.
Peterson, I think think it was Adrian Peterson.
I
Anyway,
don't know. You're more knowledgeable in the old era of football than
what are
me.
you trying to say?
You're old
What
head.
are you trying to say?
You're a big unk.
So yeah, that was a crazy game. I'm very interested to see when the Lions and the Bills match up. That could be a Super Bowl preview. I still think it's crazy that Hutchinson can potentially come back.
That's insane.
Just imagine that, like, he comes back in the Super Bowl.
that's
like a movie type script.
Yeah.
Like dude breaks his leg. Like the whole city is like is torn apart, devastated. The analysts are saying that they're not going to be able to go to the Super Bowl now because they just lost their best defensive guy on their team.
That would be the greatest hype up video, though.
And then like the dude runs out of the tunnel in the Super Bowl with like a cast on and like gets like 3 sacks and they win and he gets MVP or something.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a crazy like fucking storyline?
Bro, that'd be a crazy hype up video. Like just like the people on the like the news,
oh, dude.
like the analytics, like he will not be coming back. He will, like in the beginning of the video, he has broken his
if he makes it
his what is it, his leg, his knee or whatever. He won't be coming back.
If they make it to the Super Bowl and he comes back, there's gonna be like the best like highlight or the best hype up videos online.
Yeah,
because I feel like the Lions are low key like the most like kind of like the most popular team right now. Like casual NFL fans, they just love the Lions and like they just get a lot of attention because they've been bad for so long. But that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just like them too. They like their energy, like their dances. I love Jahmyr Gibbs. You know me, I love Jahmyr. I'm a big fan of him, and I'm a big fan of Amon-Ra. I think he's cool too. I like their little celebrations. I like Monty's. And then Jahmyr Gibbs, he did some. He was a sassy queen, do that ever again. He did some sassy queen shit, bro. And
what's their nicknames?
Amon-Ra did the first down celebration. He went like this, something like that for like the Packers, you know, because it's like,
funny that females care about celebrations way more than men.
Really? What other females do you know?
Just you.
Exactly. So you can't just say me.
So let me rephrase that. All you care about, you care about celebrations way more than me.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So what's your point?
I don't know.
Yeah. Exactly. You don't know.
What is their nickname though? The Sonic and Hedgehog or something?
What the fuck?
The running back duo, like they have a nickname.
Sonic and Hedgehog.
You never heard about it?
No.
They have a nickname, but it's based off the Sonic game. But I don't know, like the main character is obviously Sonic, but who's like the sidekick guy?
I don't know. Let's look at it.
You don't know? How do you not know? Because I'm a Chiefs fan, not a Lions fan.
Well, I'm not a Lions fan either.
But let me ask you this.
Hedgehog. I just looked it up.
So it's Sonic and Hedgehog.
Yeah.
So
see, you knew.
What I like about a team that like is
on the come up, you're a Lions fan.
No, you are. I like that they're not cocky.
Yeah.
Because they're on the come up right now, or they kind of already made it up there. But if they were like cocky, I wouldn't like them. But since they're not cocky, I like them.
Oh yeah.
I don't like them, but like.
You like them.
Shut up! You always do this shit. You try to pin me as like a different fan of the Chiefs because I talk good about other teams.
Oh no, I was saying like you like them.
Shut the fuck.
You like them.
Shut up! Stop doing that. Stop! You're embarrassing yourself right now.
How?
Don't make me expose you again, like last episode.
Why?
For what you said.
Why would you expose me?
Don't make me.
Bro, is he blackmailing me live right now on podcast?
All right, we gotta get on to the next topic. Anything football? Anything else football related?
No, I'm just excited for next week. Yeah.
Big game Thursday night. Rams Niners.
Ooh, that's always
that division is insane right now.
Yeah.
Like every team is like
Rams
right
are gonna want it more though.
I think
Puka Nacua went insane too. I forgot to mention that.
I think
Puka is so good. I saw this poll on Instagram and it was like, who would you rather have as your wide receiver 1 on your team, Puka Nacua or Jamar Chase?
Yeah.
I was like, bro, this is so tough. They're both so good.
Jamar.
But I'd pick Jamar, yeah. But they're so good both. They're tough.
And I predicted that like Puka would take a little dip because of Cooper
injury?
being back.
Oh.
Because last year it was just Puka. But I was like, oh, Cooper's gonna come back. Like he's not gonna do as good, but he's been just as good almost,
him,
you know. But yeah, big game on Thursday night. Let's switch on the topic over to the MLB. You want to break the news? Just happened a couple hours ago.
Yeah. So Juan Soto signed with the Mets.
Your man's.
My man's.
Your man's.
Well, I was never like, if you know me, I was never like a huge fan on Soto. But anyways,
she's pulling up her phone.
Anyways, Soto.
Oh my God, you're pulling up his number. You're gonna text. Are you gonna call him right now on live on air?
Let me face.
You got it like that?
Yeah.
You got connects?
Oh, he just hung up.
Why would you tease us like that? Don't tease us like that.
He think he big time now since he got the big contract.
So
15 years, 700.
Wait. Breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news. Juan Soto on the move, 15-year deal, to the New York Mets for what was it? What did I say? 765.
65, I think.
Let me look. Yeah, $765 million over 15 years. That is the biggest contract right now in the MLB, more than Shohei Ohtani. Yeah, I mean, this is insane to me. This is like crazy to me. First off, how you go to the New York Mets, bro? Like, the what? Like, you were just with the Yankees, bruh.
He went down the street.
He just went down the street. He said, fuck y'all. They offered me the same money, but fuck y'all. I'm going with the Mets instead. Like, what? That's crazy. And apparently the Dodgers offered a contract as well, and he declined that too.
The Dodgers are offering?
Yeah. Like, the Dodgers haven't...
How the fuck do they have enough money?
I don't know.
They're basically... If they would have got Soto, they would have been a literal... Wait, wasn't it?
It's like pretty much buying a ring.
No, that's like an all-star team.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Like literally buying a ring. That's no...
Damn.
Like... Yeah. Anyways. But yeah, he went to the Mets. I think, honestly, this is overpaid.
So $765 million. So my initial reaction was like 15 years. Like, why so long?
Well, I don't really know why, like, it is in the MLB that they love to do like these fucking massive contracts for. But like,
bro signed his life away, bro.
I mean, Tatis has a 14-year contract with us, so I mean, it's not like...
He was younger when he signed it, though.
Yeah, he was younger.
If you're 20, and you sign it, or 21, like early 20s, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that team wants you for your whole career.
Yeah.
But Soto's like 26, 27. He's going to be there until he's 40.
I think it's just because, like, baseball players don't really, like... You do have the question of, like, injury and stuff like that, but it's not as big of a question, like, in other sports where it's, like, more common. So that's why they have smaller contracts. I believe. I think this is my opinion. I'm not sure if this is really it.
Has 15-year contracts always like been like 10+ year contracts? Has that always been a thing in MLB, or is that like a recent thing?
I mean, I don't remember honestly when I was younger, but I mean recently I've seen it more. But I think it's just recently, honestly.
Huh.
Yeah.
And how often does that player stay for the entire term?
Usually the whole term.
Really?
Yeah, unless the team decides to get rid of you because they're paying you.
I just feel like that's a big...
So it's like if you get rid of the player, you still have to owe him money. So like let's just say I sign you for a 10-year contract.
How much?
And, hold on. And in the 7th year, you're like terrible. You're like atrocious. So it's like... And now I'm deciding as the manager, like, I want to get rid of you. It's like, I still have to pay you the remainder of your 3 years that I still haven't paid you. So you still get to have that money. And then you have to find a different team to go to. So it's like, it's kind of like a hard process to kind of get rid of them, like prematurely, if it doesn't work out. So that's
I feel like that's
a big risk.
I feel like the organization, anytime you sign a guy for that long, it's an L unless you guys win like multiple championships.
That's what I literally said.
That's the only time that it actually like is worth it.
That's what like literally.
But how often is that? Like, you really think that Soto is gonna bring you guys multiple championships
within 15 years?
Dude can't even play a fucking position.
Within 15 years, how many championships will he win with the Mets?
Let's guess. Let's guess. Like unbiased, like for real, like 15 years. How many do they win?
2.
2? So you think it's gonna be kind of what you said? What?
That's like me like going out on a limb. It's like I don't really think they're even gonna win 2.
Are they even better than the Yankees right now? They didn't even make it to the second round last year.
Because they lost to the Dodgers. So, I don't know.
No, they lost to you guys, didn't they?
No, to the Dodgers.
Oh, you guys beat the Braves.
We played the Dodgers.
You played the Braves.
Yeah, we played the Braves. And then we played the Dodgers, and the Dodgers beat us.
Oh, yeah, Mets did make it kind of far.
And the Mets played the Phillies, and they beat the Phillies. So then the Mets advanced against the Dodgers. And
I forgot the Mets made it, like, farther than people thought.
Yeah.
They went on, like, a little run at the end of the season.
Phillies, though, they play, like, terrible, like, in the playoff. I don't know what happened there, but...
I thought they were going to make it far.
Me too. But anyways, I still think it's a big L. I think if they would have signed him for 10 years or less, I think it would have been like, okay, like, you know, that's more reasonable, I'd say. Still kind of an L, but...
It's a W for him.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it's an L for the organization.
Okay, well, guys, I want to kind of give you a perspective as to how much money this is because...
I seen $3,000 an hour.
Because if you're not, like, hold on. If you're not big on, like, contracts and, like, baseball and everything, but you're big on football. So, Soto right now, with his contract, he's getting $765 million. And the top 5 wide receivers in the NFL are getting paid $656 million combined. So, that's not anywhere near what Soto is making. And that's Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra, CeeDee Lamb, and they have Brandon Ayuk.
But baseball just pays more, and it's always been like that. Even as a kid, my dad was telling me, like, bro, like, you got to go, like, they pay the best. If you want more money, you go to baseball.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't understand how. I don't know how the business side works. Like, how are they accumulating this much money over football, which is the most popular sport in America? Maybe it's the amount of games they play. So maybe people feel like they deserve more money because they play way more games than football players and way more games. Like low key, if you think about it, it's more like when you're a baseball player, you're not gonna be home that much at all during the season. Football, you can go home.
And he's young; he doesn't have kids.
In football, you're home all week, unless you play Thursday night.
Oh, that's cool.
But don't you see what I'm saying? Like maybe that's why they get paid more, is because it's more of a time constraint. You gotta
They play like
every day sometimes.
Like 100 games.
Sometimes every day of the week.
Yeah, like they play a lot of games. And like in the month, like they usually only have 3 days off the whole month. Like they still got to play Mother's Day, Father's Day. They still got to play on like Memorial Day, like all the holidays, Easter. And they got to play all that. They don't get that day off.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's every sport though. They don't never get that day off.
I know, but like football, like they don't play every day.
No.
They don't play in the summer either. They play only in the winter.
Is the Mets
but
like
Christmas? Hold on. But Christmas and Thanksgiving, only a certain amount of football teams play. Not every single team plays.
Yeah.
And like in baseball, it's like every single team that's scheduled to play it plays. Like it doesn't like it's not like only 5 teams will play this. You know what I mean? Like nah.
Aren't the Mets one of the most valuable franchises though? Because it's New York. Like that's just that accumulates a lot of money being in New York. So that kind of makes sense. Like the Mets are really valuable. Like the Mets, the Yankees, all the New York teams, all the Cali teams. Like they're gonna be able to. That's why they're able to get more superstars. Mm-hmm. But I think the MLB should rethink their structure of how their salary cap.
I'm glad you say that.
You shouldn't reward teams just because they're in a certain market.
Exactly.
You should make it more fair to where more Midwest teams or some of these other franchises can have a shot at getting these superstars.
Right.
Because I feel like football and basketball, they have a good, like Milwaukee Bucks, they have 2 superstars.
Right.
You're not going to see the fucking Brewers get superstars.
No, you don't. And that's a great point that you're making.
That?
Yeah, that's a great point that you're making because that's exactly what's like been like the talk of the town right now with the MLB. It's like they need to create like a salary floor, like a salary cap, some kind of like way where it makes it where these bigger market teams aren't pretty much like just fucking using an infinity money glitch and like just pretty much getting whoever they want. It's like these smaller market teams like the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Miami Marlins, like the Brewers, like they're so much smaller of a market, and they're not even able to have not even half of what Otani's contract is. So it's like that's not even fair. So how are they supposed to compete for a championship?
And it's like the only way that these small market teams can, they have to draft like perfect.
Yeah.
Like they don't have the option of like
Fucking up.
getting superstars to come there in free agency.
Yeah.
They literally have to draft everyone and like hope it turns out good. And that's why like you never see these small market teams win.
Yeah.
But if I bet I bet the MLB would say like, oh, like the reason like these super big market teams are able to pay their players more and get more big time players is because they accumulate more money. Which yeah, I guess that makes sense. But don't you want your sport to be fair?
Yeah.
Don't you want your sport to be balanced?
Yeah. That's
like,
what I think it should be.
The Dodgers, did they
balanced.
draft any of their stars? Like draft them? Like literally draft them?
I think
Freddie Freeman came over.
Yeah.
Otani came over.
Yeah.
Mookie came over.
Yeah.
And free, like they all came from a different team.
Yeah.
They didn't draft anyone.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're pitchers. I'm not. I'm not too familiar with like who they've drafted.
But it's like,
yeah, I get your point.
Is that what the casual MLB fan wants to see?
I think no, I don't think so. Because like
you have to play the game though. You have to play that free agency superstar game. That's what you guys. That's what you guys picked up Machado.
Yeah, another thing too though is like that you have to consider. That I think the MLB is considering is like when you have a player like Shohei or Otani or Juan Soto, whatever, whoever it may be, Bryce Harper, and you get a small market team, right? Let's just say the salary caps were all the same, right? Like the Brewers, Marlins, or something. Does a big star like Bryce Harper really want to go to Milwaukee and play for the Brewers? Like, that's another thing. Like, these organizations have kind of made, like, a name for themselves, essentially. Like, it's kind of like basketball. Like, do you really want to go play for the Hornets, or would you like to play for the Celtics? It's like, of course you're going to pick the Celtics. They have a rich history of, like, winning championships. Like, you're gonna choose whatever is like a better franchise, you know. So it's like
I get that.
And so like, that's another thing too.
Weather plays a part, but isn't it a better for your legacy if you go to a team or you get drafted to a shitty team that's never been good and you make them good and like you win them a championship that they've never won,
right?
Versus just going to an already overpowered team and then winning. Yeah. Like it's gonna be better for your legacy.
Right.
Let's say who's done it before? Who's done it before? Like, I don't know, LeBron. Like when he went back to Cleveland and won them a championship. It's just a better look.
KD.
I get what you're saying though. Like if you're a player looking to like go to their next team, you're gonna look at what a big thing is probably money. Obviously, you want to make the most money for your family as possible. You're probably looking at like you're probably looking at like what's a good area for my kids to go to school, and who has good weather. How are the taxes there?
Yeah.
You're not like it's so much that players go like. There's so much that goes into it other than who's the best team. You know, they got to look at so many different things. You know, where do my kids want to go? If I were to be a free agent, I wouldn't just make the decision for you. I would ask you guys. I say you guys, but it's just you and Luca.
What do you guys think?
I just lost my train of thought.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to consider. I think.
But how does the MLB go about this?
I don't know. I think that, I mean, this has been going on for a while. It's not something that just happens overnight, you know? Like, this has been something, I think honestly, if they just did like a cap, like a salary cap, I think that would make it like just a bit better. Other than that, like, you know, they can't really like be like, oh, go, you know, we need to help out these smaller market teams so they can get, like, that's all up to your own discretion. You're supposed to build a legacy for your own club. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the Padres for the longest time, like, we were, you know, sucky ass team. It's like now we're starting to get like better players like to come to our team and like play for us. And like, I mean, Juan Soto played for us at one point. It's like,
yeah,
you know, you kind of have to make a name for yourself, and like, but it's also like, I don't know. It's a hard decision because like I see both sides. But it's also like you can't favor either or. You know what I mean? You have to kind of just be in the middle, and it's kind of hard to be.
I kind of get it. Like Shohei's not gonna go to the fucking Brewers. It's just like why, you know?
Yeah.
And I just think that
and
MLB is turning into a like you said, pay to win.
Hold on, but now that I'm thinking of it, like Shohei, like let's just say he just wanted to stay in LA, right? They have the Angels. He was playing with the Angels. Like let's say the Angels offer him the same contract as the Dodgers. Would he really have stayed with the Angels? Probably not. He would have probably gone with the Dodgers. Because of the whole thing that I've just brought up too, like the legacy, like the championships, like, and it's like more polished team rather than the Angels. It's kind of like they got Mike Trout, but he's always injured, and then they got like some good pieces, some bad. Like they still got some work to do. So I don't know. It just I think it just comes down to the player really.
So you say 2 championships for the Mets.
For the Mets with the new Juan Soto era.
I'm gonna say
1. And that's me going out on a limb.
I'm gonna say 1, and it's not gonna come for a while.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be like in 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
Like it's
honestly, my heart is telling me though that they're not even gonna win any. Like with Juan Soto. Like I have a feeling that he's gonna be on that team for a while. And then eventually, like, Lindor is going to retire. And, like, they're going to be like, well, like, Soto's going to take, like, a dip. Like, he's just going to be, like, he was super good. And then, like, he just takes a really bad dip, Soto. And, like, he just gets so bad. And, like, they just try to get rid of him.
What if, like, a big reason was, like, he wanted to grow a beard?
What the
Because the Yankees wouldn't allow him to grow a beard.
Oh, yeah, they wouldn't allow him.
So what if he was, like, talking to his agent, like, you know, I really like a beard. I just would really like to grow a beard. Can you go to the Mets and grow a beard?
I heard that the Yankees are like more strict with like their whole.
That's the dumbest rule. Like if because I don't look good without facial hair, and she just agreed. So
just like,
and she knows. She was with me before I had facial hair. Anyways, imagine if I had to shave this shit off and I would look like a fucking dweeb.
You'd look like a hairless hamster.
I look like a hairless hamster on fucking steroids.
No, a hairless guinea pig.
Anyways, that was a joke. It was supposed to be a joke, and now she made me feel bad that I look ugly.
No,
so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic.
Yeah, either way, I think honestly, the Mets took a L here. That's a lot of money. I think that if I were a team and I were a franchise, instead of using that money on one player, you could have like literally built a whole ass team. Like you could have gone like smaller.
Build a team. You could have built a whole city with that much money.
You could have like gotten like smaller contracts and like gotten other players like for other positions. Damn. But that's just my opinion.
What
maybe
is that
like
per
pitching.
Year? What is that per year?
I don't know. That's
765 divided by
15, right?
15.
51 mil a year. That is crazy.
And does New York have a big tax?
Know. Probably. I feel like they do.
Because Cali, they take away like 60%, which is insane.
I'm sure that.
Have you heard about like the Cali taxes?
No.
Like they take like if you make more than like 100,000 a year, which like most people who live there do, 50%. Like if you do the math, like over 50%, over 50% it doesn't go in your pocket.
What?
Yeah, it's insane. It goes to the city. It goes to all these different taxes. It's not just state tax. It's multiple different taxes that they take. And and LA looks like shit. You know, San Fran is full of homeless people. So it's like, you know, where's your money going? You know.
Yeah.
That's why Joe Rogan moved out of there. He said, I'm going to Texas. I'm going to Texas, gonna build my farm, gonna get my cows, get my pigs, get my
LA
oats.
is not ugly. I mean, there's parts of it that I feel like every big
the bad
city.
Parts. But I feel like LA is worse than
I've
most.
never like been to a big city and like it's just been like nice. Like I mean a big city like New York is like very beautiful, lots of people, but it's also very disgusting. Same thing with LA, same thing with San Diego. I've never been to San Fran, so I won't speak on San Fran.
Wait, what was your thing? You said you never been to a big city that looks good?
Chicago, like there's always like good and bad. Like it's
Chicago was pretty good. I mean,
like it was pretty, but like yeah, there wasn't that
we
many
went to the ghetto
homeless.
though for some dumbass reason.
Like there was like a little bit of like homeless people, but it wasn't like crazy.
And in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
But
Yeah,
what my point is, like every city has its
Cut me
bad
off,
and it's good.
Yeah.
But
I'm surprised you didn't
honestly-
bring up my car getting towed again.
Oh yeah, his car got towed
It
in
was your fault
Chicago.
because you wanted some weed.
No, I didn't. You liar. That was you, bro.
It's like, let's go to the dispo. That's it. That's what you said.
A disco?
Yeah, a disco party.
That's what you wanted, bro. That's why you parked there, because your bum ass was fiending, bro. And then
Anyways.
I went with you like a little dummy. I'm over here following you. I'm like, wait. I'm like eating popcorn or some shit. I just remember eating something while I was walking.
Like,
and then I was like, wait, isn't that your car? And you're like, oh my God. You start running down, bro. Like, that's what you get for
it was
being
actually
dumb.
like scary for real though, because like we're like not close to home at all, and like that car is how we got there. So it was like one of those things where it's like, oh fuck, like are we fucked?
Yeah.
Like I was like in the moment, like, okay, I need to do whatever I can to like, because
Get my
like
car
maybe
back.
he'll see me and be like, you know, like, oh, like since you got back, like I'll give
I'll
it
let it-
back,
yeah.
like, but it like he hooked that shit up fast.
Yeah.
To be fair, we were in there for a little while. It wasn't like
Yeah.
we were in and out, you know. And that's probably how they make their money. Like they're probably constantly circling around looking for cars to tow, and like ended up being what, like $350.
Yeah.
But at that point we had to. And the thing was, like, it was such a good day, such a good trip up and like minus that.
Yeah.
Like it was such a good.
Yeah, I just
We
remember
went for 2 days or 3.
I remember we had gone there. We went to go eat deep dish pizza, and it was really, really good. I remember. And then we went to the mall, and like I went to the Nespresso store because my mom wanted some Nespresso coffee, and like we walked around at some of the shops.
Yeah.
Like it was fun. And then like we went over here, and then we're like,
Juice WRLD
okay,
Day.
like I'm over here. Well, hold on, that was before the concert. That was another reason why we were kind of like freaking out, because we're like, oh shit, like the concert's at 8 or 9 or whatever it was, and we're like, shit, it's like 5 o'clock. Like we better get on this shit, because then we're not gonna be able to make it in time.
Yeah.
So then like we got an Uber, go to the thing, get your car, and finally after you got it, it felt better. But we're like, let's go put this car in a parking garage, and like
It did feel like really good when we got it.
Yeah.
It's like when you lose something,
like your phone or something, or
and like
your
you finally
card.
get it back, and you're like, oh,
I thank God.
even though I just paid $300 that I was trying to save for fucking college,
Yeah,
I got it back.
literally.
But and then it actually wasn't like a terrible night after that. Like I was
Yeah.
really pissed off for like an hour or two,
Yeah,
and then like
it went away.
once we got the car back, we went to the concert. It was cool.
It was fun. Yeah,
That was a good
cool.
trip.
That was a really good concert.
That was a good concert.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
That was a
Trippy
really good
Red was
concert.
there.
Yeah.
G Herbo,
Corday.
Lil Durk, Corday.
Dirk wasn't there.
Yeah, Dirk was there at the end, but we had
Oh,
left
yeah.
already.
Oh yeah, we did leave. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we didn't know who was pulling
But
up. That
at
was like
least
a
we saw
surprise
Trippy
one.
though. Trippy Red.
Trippy was crazy.
Yeah.
Ski mask.
Ski mask.
So did you want to bring up something about just like your you know, you've been working out good lately. We both have.
Yeah.
You've been really doing good with it, you know. And I just wanted to give you your flowers,
Oh,
your
thank
virtual
you.
flowers.
Zay flowers.
Here, catch them. Oh my God, the roses! Catch them, hurry up before they die.
Wait, I'm
That was the most cringiest thing I've ever done. So
yeah, I mean, I just been like trying to grind, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I think towards the end of this year, I hit a point where I was just like, bro, like I need to get my shit together. It's hard though. It's hard. Like getting like everything in check is hard, because it's like you're so used to like not being disciplined. So it's like when you start being strict on yourself, it's like you gotta really be strict on yourself, because it's like just like you versus you, really. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I want to do something, like he's not gonna be over here like, no, you can't do that, like constantly. Like sometimes he'll be around me and be like, are you sure you want to do that, or are you sure you want to eat that, or this or that, which is cool. But like he's also not like my dad, you know. He's not gonna be looking around at everything I do. So it's hard to be disciplined, but I'm trying, and I'm trying to, just be consistent as well. That's another big thing, is like being consistent in your workouts and your eating habits and just your daily life, you know what I mean? Keeping your space clean. I feel like when you keep your space clean, it's like less clutter in your head to think about, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just it also like kind of motivates you to like, house is clean, okay, like maybe I should go work out or go do other things,
Yeah.
But it's been a up and down journey for sure. And I feel like this like past, like towards the end of this year, I've gotten better at like my self-discipline and my consistency. I've still got ways to go, but I think it's gotten better for sure.
Oh, it's gotten really good.
Yeah, I just can't wait.
I noticed a difference,
Yeah, like I just can't wait for like. I mean, I'm excited to finish this. I want to finish strong, and
consistency is key.
Yeah, consistency is key, and like I want to finish this year strong, and my goal was to lose 10 pounds this month. So we'll see how that goes. So hopefully I can do that, and then once the new year starts, like in a way start fresh, and hopefully I can keep that consistency going, and like you know what I mean, like keep my drive going.
Yep.
It's hard though, because like I feel like I lose like motivation quick. Like I could be motivated for like 2 weeks, and then like I just lose it.
I'm the same way, I think everyone's like that, it's hard to keep it.
But sometimes for me, it's like even when people try to motivate me, it actually like it kind of annoys me. Like people like trying to give me speeches or like like my family, and
speeches?
Stuff. Like you gotta you can do better. Like you gotta stay consistent. Like it's like I already know those things, but it's like it's not that I don't know those things. Like I do know that. It's just that my motivation, like my inside, is like I can't. Like I don't want it. You know what I mean? It's like the fire is gone, and I hate that. So I hope that doesn't exactly happen.
What you mean, and you got to get used to working out tired.
Yeah.
Like when you're tired, you got because there's days when you get off from work, you're tired. You don't want to fucking go to the gym, but it's like
you just
take that pre-workout or whatever. You got to force yourself. You got to force yourself. You got to be your biggest motivation.
Yeah.
That voice inside your head is huge.
Oh yeah.
For me, I look at it as like if I miss a workout, I feel like shit for missing the workout. I feel like I let myself
like guilty.
down because I'm my biggest. I keep myself in check when it comes to working out. Mm-hmm. I have like never missed a workout. Like I only miss workouts when I'm sick. Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, I probably shouldn't do this.
Well, last week you missed the workout.
But I also like I don't have an excuse because I only work out 2 to 3 times a week. So to me, it's like a lot of people work out like 5-6 times. So if I can't even work out 3 times, like I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
So it's like, and I go hard too. Like I go hard, but this isn't about me. It's about you.
Like right now, I'm working out 4 times a week. I'm doing right now I'm just doing cardio based. No lifting weights, none of that stuff. Just strictly cardio, 45 minutes in the gym. I eventually want to do an hour in the gym, but I'm working my way up there. Especially because I have some like breathing issues, so like I don't want to like push myself too hard and have like asthma attacks in the gym. So like I am slowly pushing myself, but an hour workout is my goal for 4 times a week. Just cardio, whether that's 30 minutes on the treadmill, an hour on the treadmill, 30 on the treadmill, 30 on the elliptical, whatever it may be, but just cardio. And then 20 to 30 minutes in the sauna is the goal. And then 4 times a week. Mm-hmm. Obviously eating for the calorie deficit, I'm choosing like 1300 under 1300 calories a day.
Really?
So 1300 calories.
Are you counting your calories?
Yeah, so I have an app called Lose It, and like that's how you count your calories.
Wait, 1300? Isn't like you're supposed to have 2000 a day? I thought.
It depends on your body type and if you're trying to lose weight.
If
you're trying to lose weight, you need to eat less calories. So you need to produce your outtake of calories needs to be more than what you bring in.
1300. That's only 2 meals.
No, not necessarily.
I don't know. I don't know shit about calories. I just
depends
know
what
that,
you
like,
eat. You can have a full ass
fucking
big
zebra
ass.
cake is like 200 calories right there.
Yeah, but that's not nutritious in any way. You gotta, you know what I mean. You gotta have grilled steak, grilled chicken.
Yeah.
You gotta portion control. Like you gotta look at how much you're. Another thing too that takes up a hell of calories that people don't realize is your drinks. Like if you drink like a fucking can of soda, that's like 400 calories right there. That's like almost 75% of your, or not 75, but like that's like 50% of your calories.
You ever seen the people at like
I can't do math.
from the gas station where they get
Anyways.
like the big ass cup and they fill it with soda?
Yeah, like that's so bad.
But like, how
bro.
the fuck are those? Like those cups are like basically a bucket. Like I'm talking about like the extra large.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
And the
about.
price of those is like only $2.
Yeah.
And you fill that shit up, it's like a fucking half a gallon of soda. And like they can get free refills.
Hella
and it's
sugar.
Like, yeah, I never do that shit. I never get that. I don't like drinking soda at work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know drinks are a big part of it. Drinks are a big part of it for
So
sure.
yeah, calories is, and that's another thing. Like I'm trying not to drink my calories. That's a big. So I'm trying to save my calories for the actual food, like because that's where it really matters. And then for the food part, I'm trying to stay away from carbs. So I'm just trying to. I would say it's like a keto / carnivore kind of thing. No, no carbs.
Yeah.
Lots of meat, lots of protein, and vegetables and fruit. I do like to eat fruit in the morning. I'll eat 2 apples and a banana, and I really like that.
Yeah.
But
You got this. We're rooting for you. You gotta stay consistent. You can't
slack off.
Yeah, you can't slack off. Luca wants us to go. So
yeah, Luca's calling us.
I think that's it for episode 13.
I think he's really hungry. Yeah.
Two a week
For
feels
real.
good.
2 a week.
We appreciate all the love and support. Hit up the Spotify.
Heck yeah, guys.
For if you want to listen to the episodes or stay here on YouTube.
And don't forget to comment down below ideas of topics that you guys want us to talk about.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool, really neat.
Appreciate all the love, guys. Peace out.
Peace out.